My name is Nochi. I spent my youth in America and Australia, and I'm living in Japan right now. And for the English speakers, I would like to explain about Japanese cultures and languages to everyone. And so, today's theme is this. Why do Japanese people love wearing masks? Today I would like to talk about this. Yes, masks. Because of the COVID-19, it has become an indispensable item when we go outside. But actually, before the virus became popular, for Japanese people, it was an everyday item. We Japanese people love masks. Love masks. But why do Japanese people love masks so much? Today, I would like to talk about this. Okay, let's watch my short performance and let's study together. Here we go. Hey guys, good morning. Hey, Whoa, Akira! Huh? What's up? Did you get a cold? You should have taken a break today. Huh? No. I'm okay. Look. No. You're wearing masks. Yeah? So that means you have a cold, right? No. What? Then why are you wearing a mask? Well, it makes me feel calm. What? Yes, so this time it's about masks. It seems like Akira wore a mask for no particular reason. In fact, there are a lot of people like that. Maybe people will be suspicious of such person in other countries. But in Japan, most people don't really care. Because in Japan, from autumn to spring, many people wear masks for various reasons. It's not because we have a cold or we're sick. It's not because the air is dirty. There are a lot of reasons why Japanese love masks so much. First, I will explain about the history of Japanese and masks. As far as I examined, masks were used in Japan during the Edo period. However, the masks used at that time, it was a little different from the mask we have right now. It was not to prevent a cold or sickness. They put masks so they won't inhale dust. It was a dust mask. In the time of Edo, there were silver mines in various places, and silver was mined. At the same time, they suffered from a mining disease that causes lungs to be damaged by dust and dirt. So there was a dust mask called fukumen. But these are masks for people working in mines, not generally distributed. It seems that ordinary people don't even know masks. Then, from what time did they start using preventive masks? It was because a certain disease became popular in 1918 around the world. It is a Spanish flu that is said to have infected 500 million people worldwide. Yeah, nowadays it's like a cold. It's the influenza. I'm still scared of the influenza. The influenza at that time, it was terrible. At least 17 million people died in the world. According to one theory, more than 100 million people have died. Even in Japan, in 1918, 20 million people were infected. 250,000 people died. Suddenly came to the global. It seems that the world was in big panic in that time. And what was considered as a countermeasure? It was the masks. Until then, doctors and medical personnel sometimes wore masks. Around this time, they started wearing masks when people go outside. And not only in Japan, it took place all over the world. But gradually, Spanish flu, influenza, the threat is reduced, and the number of people who die of illness decreased. The habit of wearing masks for prevention became obsolete worldwide. However, in Japan, the idea of prevention with masks continued. Why didn't masks become obsoleted in Japan? The reason comes from the Japanese way of thinking about colds and sickness. There is a theory like this. In Japan, a cold is called kaze, and in letters, we write evil wind, and we read it kaze. As the letter says, in Japan, illness is brought by a bad wind. It seems that there was such an idea, and that won't happen if you wear masks. Therefore, even masks have become obsolete in the world. It's supposed to remain in Japan for a long time. But after all, masks are annoying, and it's hard to breathe. And your ears will also hurt. After all, even in Japan, the number of people wearing masks gradually decreasing. However, in the 1980s, a certain disease begins to spread that will greatly increase the demand for Japanese masks. And that is kafunsho, hay fever. In Japan, in the middle of the 20th century, due to World War II, many houses have been burnt. Much wood was needed across the country. And Japan is a national policy. Because it is the best tree for wood, we planted cedar trees in many mountains. But around 1980s, the pollen of the cedar tree that has increased too much. They started attacking Japanese people's nose. No, seriously, it's really bad. Hay fever. For those people who do not know, hay fever is caused by cedar pollen. It's a disease that can be called endemic in Japan. When that happens, tears won't stop. Sneezing and your nose will be soaked. Anyway, it's very bad. It continues from November to April. Under the influence of this horrific disease, masks are indispensable in Japan. That's why Japanese people wear masks. But no. There is more. Yes, hay fever is a bad disease. And it is said that about 40% of Japanese have hay fever. However, in winter, in Japan, nearly 80% of people wear masks. Why? Of course, I think there are various reasons. I think this has a lot to do with Japanese habits. That is, the habit of valuing the distance from others. Japanese hate other people entering into their personal space. That's why Japanese people don't shake hands when they meet for the first time. Not good at touching others too. But Japan is a small country. Even if you want to keep distance from other people, if you go to town, there is another person in the distance to get in touch with nature. There are many situations like that. So that's where the masks comes in. Why are masks useful? Japanese people wear masks so they can hide half of their faces and feel like there's distance between others and find reassurance there. Of course, not all Japanese people do, but people get relieved by wearing masks. Somehow, people wear masks. We like masks. We love masks. Such like Akira. I think there are many Japanese like him. Sorry, it's a little different from the main story. This time, I looked up about masks and found out that at the beginning of the 20th century, the same as now, there was a pandemic happening. And while making a big sacrifice at that time, humanity overcomes that threat and has made great progress to the present. I really hope, again, this time, like we did 100 years ago, we overcome illness and pray that people all around the world will be able to lead normal lives again. This time, we talked about Japan and masks. What kind of mask history does your country have? If you know anything, please leave a comment down below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. It has become a serious story. I don't want to end it like this, so for the last, I would like to tell you guys a Japanese word that was popular in Japan long time ago. That's called shigo. If you have a Japanese friend, please try it. There is no doubt they will see you with strange eyes. So, today's shigo is choberiba. Okay, in English, it means super, very bad. Please try using it when you think it's very, very bad. If they are a Japanese person, 30 or older, they will understand. Japanese people who are 20 or below, they don't understand it even if they use it. So please use it. Only those who are strong heart. Seriously, you will get hurt. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. Bye bye.